Hey, what's up, guys? So, new footage dropped for Justice League, and it pretty much shows us where everything's going on after Batman v Superman. And apparently, Bruce Wayne likes to hide in kids' basements and throw batarangs at their face when the lights cut on. So, let's see what's up with that. Alright, so first and foremost, I want to say that this is not the first trailer. This is just the Comic-Con footage. Like, there's no green band or anything like that to say that this is the trailer. And I'm sure they do that because at the Comic-Con, people like to, film these on their iPhone 3GS and just leak it online, which can be like a real bad look. Because earlier I tried to watch on somebody else's phone, and this scene right here with Cyborg looked terrible because they had some 480 terrible quality. But then when I watched it on my phone in 1080, it was like night and day. And the studio realizes that, so before they have all this leaked footage of Cyborg looking like garbage, they said let's put it out in 1080 so people can see it right for the first time. But one thing I think they really nailed with this footage was showing like a different tone for every character. Like, you pretty much got the tone that Aquaman is pretty much, royalty where he comes from. He doesn't need to join or, follow anybody else. And apparently he drinks like a fish, so we're gonna see him down plenty of whiskey. But here in the clip from Game of Thrones, it looks like they're burying what seems to be one of the mother boxes. And in the comics, there were 3 of these that were left over from the first Darkseid War. And it looks like from Batman v Superman that the ship was kind of teaching Lex Luthor what the mother boxes are, who Steppenwolf is, who they belong to, and how they can send a signal even back to Darkseid as well. And just as a side note, Steppenwolf has been confirmed as the villain for Justice League as well too. But you probably already know that. And they're gonna show possibly bits of Darkseid, but Steppenwolf is just confirmed as far as like what we know right now. And just to backtrack real quick, as far as Aquaman, I mentioned that he's royalty earlier. We really don't know if he's gonna be King of Atlantis yet in this film, or he's still gonna be like that bastard child that just doesn't know his full abilities yet, being half human. But I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that he's king because he's swimming around with a trident. But moving forward, as we get to see like Barry's hideout, so to speak, I just think it's crazy how we can see this like 24 plus monitor setup to where he just processes so much information so quickly. He just has it up everywhere. So everywhere he looks, it's like boom, 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 pulling up everything as it goes. And one thing that I really like about Ezra Miller's portrayal as Barry Allen is that he's low-key kind of corny. And that's to expect for somebody who really doesn't have friends like that and doesn't really get out much. So like when Batman himself comes and is like, yo, join my team, he's just like,
stop right there, I'm in.
Which is brilliant because parts like this,
Yeah, I need friends.
show us that like even in your regular conversation that infinite thoughts are running through Barry's mind at the speed of lightning before he even responds to the next sentence. And needless to say, this is a hell of a way to tell somebody that you're Batman, but Barry figures it out like literally in a flash. No pun intended. Well, pun intended a little bit. And I'm looking forward to how this scene's gonna play out actually, because if Bruce is gonna tell him like, well, you crashed my place in the past, but it didn't happen yet, kind of future twist kind of thing. And I'm digging the suit. I wouldn't exactly stay married to it because I feel like in the future, a lot like Iron Man, that Flash and Cyborg's looks may change over the future films. But hey, that's just technology. And speaking of Cyborg, in this shot right here, we see him like fully human. Like, we know in Batman v Superman that his adaptation to cybernetics is already taking place. So that could mean either that this shot right here is just a dream sequence, because Zack Snyder just likes to do that in like every trailer. Or they could just be portraying that this version of Cyborg can cloak his cybernetics when he chooses to. Which is a high possibility of something that could happen because his technology is very advanced, being that it originated from the mother box, which we saw also in Batman v Superman, which is also one of the 3 mother boxes that were left here after Darkseid War 1. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end it there for the video. If you wonder why I haven't said much about Wonder Woman, it's more so because she's had her own footage that just dropped recently, and I'm gonna do a separate video about that. And I'm actually gonna wait till the trailers start coming out before I really, spill my theories on Superman when he's gonna pop up in the film. So like always guys, leave your comments below, like, subscribe, and we'll do it again next time. Alright, later.